because cell biology is integrated into almost any single type of disease research, we're really diverse in the kind of research that the faculty and students do in our concentration. And so we have people studying developmental biology, we have people studying immunology, cancer, neuroscience, neurodegenerative disease, bacterial infection. There's some people who focus on basic cellular mechanisms and other people who are more doing disease-oriented research.
I had a good idea as to what my projects were and what I would need to be able to accomplish those projects. My first project is working with a transcription factor that is critical for cancer metastasis, but my other project, the one that I'm truly passionate about, is developing novel therapies for glioblastoma. So we think we can transform cancer cells into something more benign, something that isn't so bad.
I think it's very important not to teach students what to think, and what we really want to focus on is training them how to think, how to be scientists, how to be cell biologists, because those are the skills that actually translate to anything that you might want to do. Communicating about science, giving talks, writing papers, writing grants, understanding other people's science, being able to ask questions even when you're kind of unfamiliar with the field. I think these are really valuable skills that any graduate student should learn.
So the molecular cell biology concentration, their grant writing course focuses on two things. One, you're going to write a whole grant that summer. From the beginning to the end, you're going to write the whole thing. And that, in a way, that pushes you, but it also allows you to learn a lot more about your research project. So it's actually fantastic. The second thing is that it focuses on many successful and unsuccessful grants that have been submitted to our concentration. So we can see what has worked in terms of what gets funded and what doesn't.
One thing that we've been doing that worked really well is we started looking at classic papers in cell biology from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And that has been one of the most phenomenal journal club experiences I've ever been a part of. We're focusing less so on the kind of the cutting edge techniques and more so on these amazing ideas that kind of transform science forever.
The PhD, I think, is also still a time to develop yourself in other ways as well, to develop into a leader, to develop into an advocate, to develop into potentially an administrator of some sort. And so here at UF, you have a lot of opportunities to develop yourself in all these different aspects.
There's places that are really collaborative, where people are really interested in not just what they're doing, but what other people are doing, and just have a genuine love of science. And so I feel that University of Florida is one of those places. And so it's a great place to get a scientific education, because it's a place to learn to fall in love with science and to learn how to do really good science.